Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south.
She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure.
Hello and a big welcome to TIO Stadium. Today you can see the rain is falling. Well, you haven't seen what's been falling just before this. A massive big storm passed through here. These two teams have run out just as the rain started to ease. Big match in front of us. It is round 13 in the NTFL competition. We are at the business end of the season. Joining me in commentary for this big game, St Mary's and Wanderers. 4 grand finals in a row they've played. Brenton Toy joins us as a special comments box. Brenton, hello.
Good evening, Charlie. Looking forward to this action-packed game. Two of the powerhouses over the last decade, so both of them a lot of pressure on to try and get a win and shore up a spot for the finals this year.
And Tavis Perry joining us as well. The two coaches up against each other but in the box tonight. Tavis, hello.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Always a pleasure to be here. Yeah, very much looking forward to this game. As you've both alluded to, these two teams have been the powerhouse sides of the competition, particularly over the last 5 years, and both in uncharted territory, really, in a long time. Wanderers second last, and St Mary's just holding their spot in the 5.
5 wins and 7 losses. St Mary's for 5th position. Wanderers 1 draw, 4 wins and 7 losses. They sit, as Tavis said, in 7th position. This game very, very important, crucial to both these teams, but probably more crucial to St Mary's, you would reckon, who are in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, like they've always finished the season around, 1st to 3rd spot. So, yeah, like Tavis said, uncharted territory.
Game underway here. Here's Tavis Perry.
The ball goes up, hotly contested by VV in the ruck. Ball's going to be down in a contested situation for most of the night, you'd think. VV wraps up Raf Clark, but it's in the back. Raf Clark goes long as what you'd think would be the mode of tonight. Goes out wide. Good contest out there. Picked up by Justin Marr. Gets smothered as he kicked. It's still in St Mary's forward line on the scoreboard side. Mikey Coombs fighting hard, and a great tackle from Mikey Coombs. Wraps the ball up, and we'll have a throw up in St Mary's forward 50.
Yeah, we can expect a lot more of this, I guess, tonight. A lot of stop-start footy, but just interesting Wanderers there. Early in the game, probably expecting to go a little bit more direct in these conditions.
Francis Conteri up against Simon Bates out on the wings. Many interesting. Here's the turn on a throupity bit. Shannon Rioli spears it into the forward pocket. Big climb down there. McGrath got it, lost it. Ball spilled towards the boundary line. Wanderers get across in numbers. Held up. Saints with the tackling ball forced towards the boundary line. And the umpire comes in and said it was carried across the white line. And he will throw it in. No, he won't. He's going to throw it up. Deep down in St Mary's forward line. Two ruckmen do it. VV got the best of it, knocked it to ground. Little soccer kick off the ground, gave a chance here for Saints. The tackle was okay, landed on the ground. Iggy Balajo was hurt in that tackle. He's down on his haunches. He gets up now gingerly though. Outside defensive 50 for Saints, out towards the wing. Little kick comes back in. Kintari overrun the footy, left it behind. Handball here across to Thomas Motlop onto the right boot. Spears it out to the vacant wing. No one there. Ball rolls away. Whistle's gone. It's going to go right back to where it all came from.
Yeah, not sure what that free was. Maybe a push after disposal or during disposal in the back. So obviously ball being brought back, and yeah, a lot of sloppy stop-start footy, and hopefully Wanderers can get a breakaway.
Wanderers now out through Kevin Thompson. Goes long on that left foot of his. VV, good contest with Raf Clark out on the wing. Ball hits the deck. Benny Rioli, as is customary to him, gets the ball away. Turns blind. Wanderers drop mark. Should have taken that one. And a good pick up there from Sean Edwards. Liam Patrick, the lightning bolt, gets his kick away. Beautiful pass out to the wing, and it finds Davin Ferreira just in front of the scoreboard. Slows it right down here, waiting for numbers to get back. Everyone's been in the back half, and now they've moved into Wanderers' forward half. Goes long and deep, right on the 50-metre line for Wanderers. Simon Bates gets the kick away. Iggy Balajo can't quite pick it up. Gets held from Keelan Fijay. And the ball's going to be in a contested situation and thrown up again in Wanderers' forward half this time.
So the Eagles got themselves where they want to be, down deep in their forward line. Goals at a premium here tonight, you can imagine. Low scoring match a short time ago. We saw 5 goals were able to win it for Wanderers over Saints. Tap down, Edwards merges with the footy, gives it to Ben Rioli, drops it on the right boot, thumps it out wide towards VV, dropped the mark. Chance for Wanderers with the clean-up, handball looking for Bates, didn't get to him. Saints on the clean-up. Here comes Raf Clark off the left boot, hurries it into the middle. Saints in front position, diving effort and a good mark taken down there by Musgrove. Been a good player for Saints. He's a youngster, kicks it out wide, bounces on the chest there of Bates, dropping back, and Bates onto the left boot, spears it out wide towards the wing. Saints in the way, they're playing kick to each other. Shannon Rioli cuts it off.
Shannon Rioli, congratulations to him, playing his 150th game for St Mary's. Winds the ball back in, and a good mark by Jaden McGrath. Pretty much uncontested there, about 30 metres out from goal. Former AFL player, I believe, with Brisbane Lions. Played in the Premiership last year for St Mary's. Very handy player. To the Wanderers bench there. Very young bench. Jaden McGrath coming in. Deliberate set shot. And it looks like he's hooked it. First score of the night to St Mary's.
Thomas Motlop to bring it back in from defence. Like to see him up forward, I really do. I reckon he's a forward, but going to use him in defence. He's an experienced player. The kick's a wobbly old one though. Lands on the ground, gave a chance there for his teammate to clean up in Cruz. He left it behind, and the whistle goes. Free kick picked out of this. I think it's going to be a St Mary's free kick. Bates is the last one to get up.
Yeah, I think it was just a free kick against Bates going to Francis Quintari for a bit of a late sling after disposal. So Bates probably arguing the point that Quintari didn't handball the ball out, but nonetheless, umpires paid the free, and Quintari having a shot on goal.
At 50, on a 45, crosses 50, lines it up, bangs it out towards the right, won't have the distance from the back. The fist came, ball landed on the ground. Hurried work down there. Wanderers somehow scrambled the kick out towards the boundary line, chasing it. Sean Fairhead out there, and Fairhead didn't he have a great game last week? Kicked 3 goals. He was terrific. Want to see plenty from him today, Patrick Fairhead.
An interesting matchup with Simon Bates on Francis Quintari, as we'll see this free kick here. Number 5, Simon Bates, just a bit over-exuberant with the free kick. But an interesting matchup. He normally plays on a wing or on through the midfield for Wanderers, so they've thrown him back now as Keelan Fijo gets the ball away. Davin Ferreira boots the ball off the ground. Gains valuable meterage for the Mucks as Braden McLean, one of the star players of the competition this year, in time and space, usually uses the ball immaculately well, and no difference there. That is a beautiful pass of the football to Kai Chappell, who takes a mark inside forward 50 for Wanderers.
Good movement there by the Eagles, just to get on the outside, and as you mentioned, Braden McLean, quality player in these conditions, to be able to use the football like that and lace his forward out. Really good disposal.
And just really importantly, kept his feet in the contest. As Chappell comes in for a shot on goal, and I think it's there. I think it's the first one on the board. It is for Wanderers. Good start by Wanderers. Been an entertaining first 6 minutes of this match.
Just have a look at the replay.
See, ball comes out. Keelan Fijo gets it on. Ferreira off the ground. Just a really important one-on-one contest here. McMurtry goes to ground, but McLean keeps his feet. And with time and space, this boy normally hits his targets, and that was no exception. Still a really good finish, though, from Chappell, 45 out in these conditions.
Yeah, good mark, good finish.
And a hard man to beat with the Anstez right on him. He was able to get away from him and present that big chest. So a goal for Wanderers. They lead by 5 points. Early stages of this round 13 match, TIO Stadium in Darwin. The rain still falling. You can see it there when the camera goes in close. VV in ruck wins it, got the tap out, did pretty well. Getting in the way down there for St Mary's was Karchia. And the umpire will take it back and throw it back up again. VV and Raf Clark, these would be, I suppose, the backup ruckman, but they're leading the way tonight because the big players are out for both teams. VV got half a kick away. It was smothered, landed on the ground. Saints with the clean-up, not able to get clear with it, though. Pack gets around them. Ball lands on the ground. Scramble kick by Wanderers inside 50. This is how you'll see plenty of the footy tonight, I reckon. Just scrambling it somehow forward. Here's the kick out of a Pack down towards the goal line. Races away to the left. Chased down there again by Kai Chappell. This time gets through for a minor score. So the Eagles push it out. 1 goal, 1. St Mary's a single point.
Yeah, Wanderers just starting to get on top in clearances in the middle and around the ground, but when they're going inside 50, a little bit more efficient than St Mary's have been.
Great spoil there from Simon Bates. Puts the ball over the line. Ances didn't have too many options there, so he just went long and wide to Shannon Rioli, 150 game player tonight. It's right on the 50-metre line on the junction here for Wanderers. They're setting up well forward of the footy. Ball goes up. Raf Clark gets it down. VV, his opposite number, gets the kick away. Another clearance for Wanderers there. Ball goes pretty much straight up. Jack Long spoils the footy. Ferreira crashes in, strong over the ball. Flying shot on goal from Wanderers. Just missed there. They've started well here, Wanderers. I'm really impressed with their intensity early in this big match.
Saints to bring the ball back. A little kick by Iggy Vallejo into Ben Rioli in the pocket. On the right boot he goes. Oh, that's a beautiful kick too. Gave it to his teammate who can run away. This is Keenan Smith-Thompson, goes along the outer side. Kicks it out there, gives it to Paredes. Got around Cruz, went with the kick deep down in the forward line. It's a good kick. Front position. McGrath got his hands on it, dropped the mark he should have got. Looked like a high tackle. Umpires saw it that way, and I reckon the free kick's going to go here to Nicholas Yaron. A little bit exuberant in the tackle, Brenton Toy, and it was a little high, and Yaron's going to get the free kick.
Yeah, the pressure's been all right from Wanderers, but obviously, yeah, a little bit overzealous there. And Nick Yaron's not a big fella and not hard to get him high there. But, you know, St Mary's, you can expect to come back and lift their pressure as well. So hopefully for St Mary's sake, Yaron can put this one through.
The change area looks on. Players in the box. Here's Yaron from a long way out. Goes back, kicks. It's a good-looking kick. It's better than a good-looking kick. It's a great kick. Saints answer with their goal. Nicholas Yaron gets it. 1-2. Wanderers in front by a point. Saints 1-1.
Beautiful finish here from Nicky Yaron, as we see in the replay. Ben Rioli gets it out to young Thompson, who did well to have a bounce in these conditions. Got it nice and deep, gave his forwards every opportunity. Paredes there on a wing, been a sensational player for St Mary's over the last couple of seasons. Good contest from Jaden McGrath, and just gets him a little bit high there, Sean Horder. And a really good finish here from Nicky Yaron. A little bit of lip there from Thomas Motlop. So Nicky, as we go back to the centre of the ground. Raf Clark against Neil VV yet again. Good contest, both decide to stay down. Mikey Coombs hits the ball a million miles an hour as always. Francis Kantari gets a little quick handball. Coombs off the ground. Joshy Heath leads the race for the ball. Coombs gets it again. Didn't travel the required distance as Josh Keek pushes the ball forward from St Mary's. Does well there, Josh Cheek. Good effort. Sockers the ball off the ground and out of bounds. They'll probably take that, St Mary's. A ball up right next to their goals.
Tough little player, Joshy Cheek. You'd think that tonight's conditions would suit him, a little in and under type of player.
No doubt about that.
Justin Marr there, number 7 for the Eagles, waiting to get his turn. Started at the start of the game. Here's the throw in deep in the forward line for St Mary's. Gone past 11 minutes in the first term. Football from the TIO Stadium in Darwin, round 13 of the NTFL competition. Kick towards the pocket, good defensive mark taken back there by Brenton Motlop. He's a good defender, kicks it out wide, gives Cruz a bit of a task. Handball around the corner, was a slinging handball to VV. VV was caught and dispossessed, lost it, got over the top of the footy. He's in trouble, it got him, but he managed to get it away. Got it to Thomas Motlop, he ran into a player and got knocked out of play, ball and all. And that was a hard run and knock forward there by Nicholas Mendy. Holds the ball inside the 50 for St Mary's.
As Zelio Casemiro comes off for a spell for Wanderers, and Justin Marr goes on the field. Ball back into play. Good contest from Vivo. There's that man, Josh Cheek, we've been talking about. Gets a beautiful clearance away from St Mary's. Hits the top of the square. In fact, it might go through for a goal. Big goal from Josh Cheek. Well done. That's a sensational effort from the little man. That was about a 60-metre kick there in wet conditions. Yep,
as if on cue. We just talked about Josh Cheek and the conditions suiting, I guess, his body shape and style of play. Good in and under players. We just look off the ruck here. VV taps it straight down to Cheek, gets around Motlop, outside 50 and bangs it in long. Just gets over the top of the defence and skims through for a goal for the Saints.
And Brenton Motlop had to check that forward running out and left the goal square open, didn't it? That was a good kick, measured nicely.
He got every inch of it, didn't he?
Goal for St Mary's. 2-1 plays 1-2. They're in front, the Satyrs, the reigning premiers. VV with the ruck work, got it. Rucked and Rove, kicked it out of the middle with a scrambly kick. Handball missed the target, landed on the ground. Gave a chance here for Saints. Coombe come running hard at it, didn't get to him though. Kicked towards the boundary line. Bates gets there, he's caught in a big tackle. He kept the ball in the field of play. Yaron says thank you very much, gets it on the right boot, spears it in, wanted Kintari, left it behind. Good handball to Yaron, edge of the square, pumps it up forward, great kick, put it out in front of a teammate in the forward line. Little kick up and under, lands on the ground, chance here for Yaron if he can get to it. He got him with the body, lands on the ground, gave Wanderers a bit of a chance there through Ma, held up with a pack over the top, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. 13 and a half minutes gone. It's a tough contest, no doubt about it.
It has been. It's been a bit of a seesawing affair. Wanderers, you know, sort of retaining control of the game, you know, for the first few minutes, but St Mary's edging their way back into it and getting back in front on the scoreboard.
As Cruz tries to get the ball away now, but it's a great tackle from Jared Caccio, I believe it's pronounced. Ex-Carlton player playing down in the Sandful and been a great acquisition to the St Mary's Footy Club. Just incorrect disposal there by David Cruz. Caccia's got a chance now to make it 3 in a row for St Mary's and extend their lead. Incredibly fit player. Played some really solid footy so far for St Mary's. Comes in and splits the middle. It's another goal to Saints on a bit of a roll here.
Yeah, St Mary's, just that pressure, just those repeat inside forward 50 entries, as we see from a stoppage here. Edwards gets the tap out. Cruz takes on one tackle, Paredes, and then got caught in the second one by Caccia. So good pressure by the Saints, and they just continue to apply the pressure now. They're starting to get back on top in the inside 50s, and the more times they go in, the more chances they get to score, and the more pressure they can apply on the scoreboard.
Caccio caught him and Cruz got up and said he grabbed me round the neck, so that's where he caught me. Umpire to ball it up. Saints doing the scoring here in the first term. 3-1 to 1-2. They win the tap out of the middle, knocked to ground by Fijo. Gave a chance for Paredes to run at it. He's a long way back. He provided a bit of a body, Shepherd. Got there hard. Over the top, Liam Patrick couldn't get it out. Stack again comes over the top. We'll see more of this tonight. Half a dozen players there. No way for the football to come out. 15 minutes gone first term. Goal kickers, Chappell 1 for Wanderers. Yaron has 1 and Cheek has 1. And Caccia has 1. Kick towards the wing on that far side. Handball came in. Good tackle. Holds the ball up. And he can't get out of there. Umpire says, I'll ball it up. So you've got to be strong in these sort of conditions, don't you? You've got to have upper body strength. Throw up here, reaching over the top. VV did pretty well. Gave Wanderers a chance to get the kick up towards their half forward line. Overrun the footy though. Gave a chance for Jack Long to go back when searching with a handball to Vallejo. Knocked it back to Jack Long at defensive 50. Got over the top of the footy. Left it on the ground. Wanderers with the runners everywhere. Can it set? Can he pick it up? No, he can't. He got shoved in the middle of the back. Umpire says it's all okay. Kick out wide here. Wanderers underneath the footy. They have players at the fall. Can they get it clear? They can't. Kintari comes in running hard for it. Left it on the ground. It's at 50. Saints on the clearing kick now. Bring it into the centre of the ground. Good defensive work, Saints. Mark taken down there, though, by Liam Patrick.
Great mark from the Lightning Bolt as he looks for a hit-up lead inside the forward 50. Chappell can't quite get there. Shanrioli comes charging in and Simon Bates gives away a free kick for too high. Shanrioli gets the ball. Attacks the scoreboard side of the ground with a beautiful long kick. It's a one-on-one contest out there. Paredes at ground level, moves the ball forward. Jack Musgrove's got to put his head over the ball here. Does well. Brenton Motlop off the ground for Wanderers. Good effort here from Ma. Gets the ball away. Aaron Motlop. Slick little handball out to Simon Bates. He's got a little bit of time on that left foot. And now Braden McLean has time and space. Last time it was his right foot, this time it's his left foot. Another beautiful kick inside forward 50 to Davin Ferreira, who couldn't quite mark as McLean goes to the top of the square. And a good contest down there. Young Hugh McMurtry does well for St Mary's, gets the ball through the feet, and Fairhead has a flying shot at goal, but isn't successful for Wanderers. They move to 1-3-9 to St Mary's 3-1-19.
Jack Long in a hurry, brings it out up the middle he goes, put it into the hands there of Caccia. Caccia with a goal in this first quarter, kicks it out wide. Good looking kick too, nice sliding mark. Down on his knees. Reedies, who's such a valuable player for Saints since he joined them a season and a bit ago, kicks it out wide here. Saints controlling the footy, 17 3/4 minutes gone first term, back to Caccio. Edge of the square, got too casual underneath the footy, dropped it and lost it, gave Wanderers a bit of a chance here. Off the left boot, the kick will come inside 50, Pack gets underneath it, Ben Rioli there. Igivalajo on the clean up, trying to pick it up, worried out of it though, forced towards the boundary line and carried over, I reckon, by Grant. The umpire's blown a whistle, and I think the ball is actually carried out over the boundary line. So Wanderers have it where they want it, deep down in their forward line. 3 goals 1 to 1 goal 3.
See Raf Clark there giving instructions from the interchange. Contested ball now. Good pick up there from Thompson, has a flying shot on goal, didn't make the distance. Good return kick from Zach Robertson. But it's all Wanderers at the fall of the ball as Liam Patrick gets it across to Aaron Motlop. Aaron Motlop with a return kick, but Jack Long sporting the mullet haircut as well, if you don't mind, Jack Long. Beautiful kick out here to number 18. And Sean Edwards got time and space, goes short, brings it back through the corridor to Nicholas Mendy, country Victorian boy. Had a bit of footy at Numurkah. That's a really, really impressive spoil from Tyler Brimacombe.
Yeah, the defensive pressure from Wanderers to not allow St Mary's to clear their defensive half's been pretty good. So if they can go back for another repeat forward 50 entry, give himself another shot to score, a chance to score, I think that's what they'll be looking for. If I was Rick Nolan at the moment, I just want the ball down our attacking end and it can stay there for the rest of the quarter as far as I'm concerned.
Just forward of the wing, Wanderers slightly in attack, tapped down by VV. VV goes in, doing some of the hard work. Oh, he's a magician. Gets it on the right boot, the juggler, and drops it up outside 50. Mark taken there by Dobson. And Dobson can line up from a long way out. Kicks at goal. It's going to fall short. It's going to be marked deep in the pocket. And he wants to play on. Does Braden McLean, but I tell you what, he should go back and kick. Now he's going to run around the man on the mark and bang away at goals. He's hit the post. How often does that happen, Brenton Toy? What's your advice to a player when you're marked deep in the pocket from a tough angle?
Now, look, when you've got the skills of Braden McLean, you take it on like you did. And look, in these conditions tonight, it's clear he's been the most cleanest player out there. He's taken marks, he's used the footy well. So the more they can get it into his hands, the better they'll be, the Eagles.
No doubt about that, as Jack Long pumps the ball long outside the defensive 50. Has a beautiful pick up there from young Daniel Fuller. Kicks the ball high. It's a one-on-one contest. Pretty unlucky not to get a free kick. There's a beautiful pick up from Neil Vivi. Pumps it to the top of the square. There's a contest. Chappell brings it to front and square. Mendy's there, picks the ball up. Iggy Valagio fighting hard for the footy. Chappell gets it out. Quick handball there from Zelio Casemiro, but there's a free kick coming back.
I was thinking that's got to be a Wanderers free kick with the way that was returned.
Yeah, back to
Jyron Dobson.
Yeah, Jyron Dobson, young fella from down in Catherine. Been around. I watched him play come through the Big River Hawks program. But, yeah, I think he got a free kick there for holding the man after disposal.
Last time these two teams played, St Mary's won by 4 points. Wanderers had a shot after the siren and came up with a point. Ball out of play, deep in the Wanderers forward pocket. 21 minutes gone. Final first term here. These two play finals footy, gentlemen, this year. Who knows? Well, maybe not on grand final day.
Well, it'll tell whoever wins this game.
The throw in, knocked down back towards the boundary line. Saints kick it off the ground, getting in the way. Liam Patrick's had a couple of touches tonight. It was quiet last week in Wanderers' super effort against the Buffaloes. Down 8 goals to 4 and three-quarter time. Wanderers kicked 5 goals to 2 in the last quarter to fail by just a single goal. Scores were level, actually, late in the game. Here's Vivi, the juggling man. Look at that for play. Terrific, isn't it?
Wow.
It is. He's a class act. I believe he's heading down to Glenelg and Sandford this year. To finish with Wanderers. It's Keelan Fijo and Mikey Coombs battle the ball out over the line. And we'll see another throw in St Mary's forward 50.
Just heading into time on. I don't think that we were in for a long quarter with only 4 goals kicked during.
No, as Liam Patrick wins the ball, gets his kick away to the top of the square again. Oh, good effort from Chappell. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Jack Long tries to get the ball out and can't. Still fighting really close to the Wanderers' goal. Davin Ferreira's in there. Here's Dobson. couldn't quite get enough purchase on it, and the ball has gone out of bounds on the full. And Jack Long will bring the ball back in for St Mary's.
I'm going to say this about Chappell, but he dropped it in the slips end, didn't he? It appeared like it was a slips catch. You were waiting for me to say that.
We were talking cricket before the game, weren't we?
Here's the pick up by that man Kintari. Speeds away. Look at him. Fantastic play. What great vision. Spears it into the middle. 100 gamer gets it in. Joshy Heath goes to the top of the goal square. Ball lands on the ground. Kicked off the ground. What's the umpire going to say? I reckon that's a goal. Absolutely. Well, he's lying on the ground after the spillage and somehow got his boot around and kicked it through for a goal.
It was good work there by Brenton Motlop to get back, as we just see St Mary's clearing their back half and that long kick over the top, and good bump there. But have a look at this by Frankie Kintari. Takes the defender on, gets around, and I think it was Sean Hodor that come up to him and probably should have stayed back on Josh Heath. And if Josh Heath probably tried to pass it, have a shot, I'm not sure. Great work there by Motlop, but equal good effort there by Jackie Musgrove to soccer it off the ground and get a goal for his team.
Great effort from Jackie Musgrove. What a beautiful pickup from Francis Kintari, though.
Yeah, just at speed in these conditions and to get it onto his player, uncontested. Good work by the Saints.
Saints are playing much better wet weather footy, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, just capitalising a bit more on opportunities because Catchia gets the clearance away. Wanderers set up behind the footy as you'd expect. Brenton Toy misses the spoil. Shawnee Edwards razzles and dazzles and gets the kick away. Pretty smart kick too it is with the outside of the boot. That's a fantastic bit of play from Shawn Edwards to Mikey Coombs, who's taken a mark 30 metres out on a slide angle for St Mary's.
Well, here's a real danger moment now for Wanderers, who've tried so hard in this quarter, had it down their forward line, and all of a sudden they look to be punished by a couple of goals in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, very even inside 50 count to this stage, but St Mary's has made more of their opportunities. As we see, Mikey Coombs with a shot after the siren to extend the lead for St Mary's. Looks pretty confident. It's a nice kick, and he certainly drilled it home, Mikey Coombs. That's a great goal. Great first quarter from St Mary's.
So quarter time here, Saints have grabbed the initiative and they go to the break leading 5-1 to Wanderers 1-4.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south.
She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut.
No. I was at Jingly. Jingly!
If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
Just a moment.
Australia, a keg of Carlton Draft is changed every 46 seconds. Carlton Draft is that fresh, baby.
So we can feel earlier, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. Nothing can ever bring me down.
1,300 kilonewton centrifugal force, infrared remote control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details, its safety checks. I don't know.
It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce, coffee white with 1 bun with icing, no pink ice.
Yeah, no worries, Terry.
saved with a Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
Are you overrun with rubbish and need a skip bin? For easy disposal from your garden cleanup, renovation or spring clean? When you think skip bins, think NTRS. NTRS, your friendly, reliable and local waste disposal company.
Of the quarter-time siren, and they stretch their lead out to 21 points. They're pretty good effort from the Saints playing good wet weather footy. What do you make of the first quarter, Brendan Toy?
Yeah, look, Wanderers seem to have the ascendancy early in the game, and St Mary's gradually clawed their way back and just about broke even in clearances. But going forward, inside 50 is not a huge amount of difference there. St Mary are Wanderers with a couple more, but St Mary's a lot more efficient going forward. 5 goals 1 to 1 goal 4, so 6 shots to 5, but a 21-point deficit there for the Eagles.
What about Wanderers? 1 goal only in this first quarter, which is exactly the same as last week against Darwin, and yet they came home very strong. They left something in the tank. They're running a risk if they do.
Well, they've just got to capitalise on their inside 50 opportunities, as Brenton's alluded to. So I think Jaden McGrath's looked really dangerous for St Mary's and probably set up a couple of goals at the other end. Braden McLean, but look at this beautiful goal from Josh Cheek, the boy from Tintinda. That is a cracking goal. Right over the middle line, and not much that Brent Mollop could do about it. A little bit of magic here from Neil Vivi. Got the ball on the string.
I think that counts as 7 touches for Vivi.
Could do.
But yeah, look, in terms of the Eagles, Simon Bates has been dangerous, McLean's been dangerous, Thomas Motlop's been a bit of a general down back, but as you said, we'd like to see him push forward and get some more dangerous ball going forward.
Second quarter about to get underway. So Vivi gets there, got the tap down again, knocked it straight into the hands of Katia. He left the footy behind. They get hold of him. He tries to bulldoze his way out. He did really well. Gave it off to Shannon Rioli. Got half a kick away. Left it on the ground. Vivi on the search. Couldn't pick it up. Soccer kick. Sent it back towards Wanderers. They got over the top of the footy. Couldn't pick it up. Dobson rather. Handball came over the top. Push from the back to it. Scrambly at the moment. Jack Long over the top of the footy. Might be in trouble here. Jack Long. He's over it. He can't get it out, says the umpire. He's fortunate to get away with that, Brenton Toy.
Yeah, scrappy footy again. No one able to get that clearance out, and I think that's going to be the key. Those teams that can win the in and under footy here and move the football forward and keep the ball down their attacking end will look to come out on top.
And just move the ball nice and clean as well, as we see another ball up with Catch here again on the bottom of the pack. Interesting ploy here with Raf Clark and Neil Vivi doing the bulk of the ruck work for their respective sides. Both capable of playing on ball. As you see, Raf Clark there gets it out to Paredes. Paredes slams it on the boot out towards the wing. A good contest. Thomas Motlop spoils the ball well and then butters up with a second effort. Him and Nicky Yaron in the race for the ball, but Nicky Yaron sockers it across the line.
Not a bad ploy. I think that's the key, just to play the percentages tonight. Don't try and be too fancy. Just if it's on the ground, kick it forward, move it forward, and then lock it down your end of the field.
Wanderers players there looking on. Knocked towards the centre of the ground. Hurried kick to the vacant centre square. Hardly a player inside there. That's a push in the back. Umpire says it's all okay. Thomas Motlop on the pick-up. Got there, tried to get it around the corner. Dominic Grant, in fact, it was. Handball across here to Mikey Coombs, goes through the middle, spears it up the centre half forward. It's a good looking kick, got right back over the top, set a task back there for cleaning up for Thompson. Thompson couldn't get it. Handball comes out. It's going to be a kick by McMurray, goes for goal. I reckon that's Ryan McMurray's gone in and kicked the goal.
It was good play there by the Saints, and you could see the panic in the Wanderers' defence there. As soon as they'd been turned inside out when facing the wrong way, knowing that they had to pick the football up and turn back the other way, they knew they were in strife, and the pressure from Saints just to force the spillage, and young McMurray come through the St Mary's juniors there as we see Saints breaking out. Mikey Coombs, this is all they need, just to break, get it out over the top, get it in nice and quick, and get enough pressure, as you mentioned, Tavis earlier, Jaden McGrath giving the contest. But now the Wanderers players are facing the wrong way. They're in strife here. McGrath gets it out. McMurray, nice kick off the outside of the right boot just to squeeze it in for a goal.
Fantastic finish from McMurray. That's really well done. And yeah, Jaden McGrath set up another goal. I reckon he's had 2 or 3 goal assists already. Look very dangerous as the ball goes back up. VV taps it down to Mar. Mar can't quite get away. Paredes gets him and holding the ball. Nate Paredes gets the ball on quick again. Pumps it in deep. Good pickup again by McGrath as Nicky Aaron's got time and space. And here's Jacob Musgrove who gives it up to Shawnee Edwards. That's another goal for the Green Machine. 2 quick ones is not what the doctor ordered for the Wanderers Football Club. And that's some brilliant bit of ball movement.
2 very quick goals there, and St Mary's just getting the clearance out of the middle. I think it was the Wanderers player that got caught. Here's Paredes, who just got the football in nice and quick. Not the prettiest kick off the boot, but it got in quick, and St Mary's got their numbers there. Yaron over the top to Musgrove. Hasn't had a huge amount of luck in the last couple of weeks with his set shots, so gives it off to Edwards, and a nice easy run into an open goal for Shawnee Edwards, who's recently just signed with Sydney University in the NEFL.
So Thunder will be playing against him.
Right, yeah.
Brenton, 4 goals in about 6 minutes from St Mary's, 2 at the end of that first term and 2 now. The damn wall's about to burst open here, you'd think, unless Wanderers can do something. Here's Jack Long, squeezes a kick off the left boot, just didn't get it clearly away, gave it off to the running player there, and Aaron Motlop goes searching down in the forward line, lands on the ground. Chance here for Dominic Grant, open goal line, kick was okay, and Braden McLean, who was terrific in that first term, takes the mark on his chest in front of Shannon Rioli, directly out in front. Wanderers desperate for a goal. This man's about to deliver it for them. 43 plays 10, almost 5 minutes gone second term. 21 points was the margin at quarter time. Braden McLean directly out in front, kicks the goal for the Eagles. Taking a long time for them to get their second goal, but he's got it, and he's been a good player for them.
Yeah, a little bit of a concern there too. You know, we've gone almost 30 minutes now, plus the first quarter, plus this 5 here, and to be only, have kicked 2 goals in that amount of time. But Wanderers just moving the football forward, and we spoke about that. Just percentages, just move it on. Tackle pressure here is good, and they're able to get ball into Aaron Motlop's hands inside 50, and quick entry. No time for the Saints defence to get sorted out. Little quick over and an easy goal there for Braden McLean.
I think Dominic Grant actually checked his kick there and passed it to him. Like, I think that was on purpose. Touch of class from the young fella as the ball goes up again. Shawnee Edwards now in the ruck for St Mary's. Good tackle from Neil Vivi. They need more of that bit of desperation around the contest as Catchia gets the ball away again. Nicky Aaron fights hard, but he's wrapped up. And the 100-gamer Josh Heath alongside him. There'll be another ball up.
Let me just tell you about Ty Martin Page. Had that horrible injury last week, getting some treatment in Perth in Western Australia. If you want to help out, go to GoFundMe. Help Ty walk again. They're trying to raise about $100,000 and they need your help.
Yeah, horrific incident and scenario for him and his family as Braden McLean wheels on his right foot. Ball come back. I mentioned before, Brenton, more alarming for Wanderers is the fact they've still had more inside 50s.
Yeah, that's
down
right.
By 5 goals.
That's right. They've gone in. I don't know. I'm taking count here, but I've got them going in. 13 times in for only 2 goals.
A beautiful pass and a great mark by Chappell. Good kick from Thomas Motlop. Nice and long and deep, gave Chappell a chance. Very, very tough opportunity here, though, on a really tight angle, about 40 metres out in these conditions. This will take a fantastic effort.
Just 1 goal from him last week in that loss to Darwin. Kicked it in the last term, this big man.
And that isn't going to register a score. He's hooked that badly. Not a great run-up, I must admit.
No, it looked ordinary on the approach. No momentum behind the foot. He probably didn't get underneath it enough, and in these conditions you need to be spot on with your skills.
Belejo with the kick out wide, sets it up for Quintara. He's got some work to do in front of him, Davin Ferreira. Now, Davin Ferreira went down to
Norwood.
Yep.
Player 2. Here's a little kick along the boundary line. Saints get in front, waiting at the back, though. Wanderers there with the mark onto the right boot. Spear it inside 50. Ball lands on the ground. Knocked right back towards the goal square, rolls through towards the point line. Didn't go over. Saints got away with it. Johnny Anstess with the pick-up, kicks it out wide. This time it'll find the boundary line. Chased out there by Bates and goes out of play. 43 plays, 16, 7 minutes gone, second term.
This might have gone over. No, good call from the umpire.
Saints are being miserable tonight. Josh Cheek said, you're not going to get a free point out of this. We'll make sure we clear it.
Absolutely. Marr back to the bench for Wanderers as the ball goes up 50 metres from Wanderers' goal. Good contest. Shanrioli gets the boot away. Francis Kinthari, really good in traffic, gets the handball out to Kachia. Kicks it long and strong down the line with Joshy Heath having a good contest here with young Thompson. Kept his feet well, did Josh Heath. Gets it out to McGrath, onto Raph Clark. Raph Clark hits the top of the square. Mikey Coombs, but a good spoil from Brent Motlop for the Wanderers Footy Club. Joshy Heath, good pick up. Kicks blind inside the forward 50. Liam Patrick's got to sit under it and does. Good solid mark there from the man from Largemanu. Ex-Gold Coast Sun player, Liam Patrick. Gets it out to Ferreira.
You probably want Liam Patrick taking those marks down the opposite end of the ground, though.
Preferably, yes, but he's got to get into the game as well, Brenton, so any touch will do at this stage, I'm sure, for Wanderers if they can get into Liam's hands, that's for sure. Iggy Valagio stands strong, gets it over to Mendy. Mendy inside the forward 50. No mark taken. Mikey Coombs at the bottom. A great pick-up again from Jaden McGrath. Geez, he's been showed some tricks in the wet. Brent Motlop's kick is smothered by Nicky Yarran. Nicky Yarran with the brightly coloured boots can't pick it up. Neil Vivi will win the free kick for a kick in danger.
Vivi now to play on quickly. Goes across to centre half back. Finds Liam Patrick. Settles it down. Desperate for players to come and get involved in the game. Liam Patrick goes backwards, concedes some meterage. Have to run this ball out of defence now. This is Casemiro, kicks up towards the wing. Then Rioli on the pickup. Clean-up was good. High up and under kick. Oh, he pulled it beautifully. He saw that man back there, Catchier, and got it to him. So Jared Catchier, goal in the first term. Long way out here. He gives it plenty. He's going to get it just inside 50. Front position down there for Saints. Good work down there. McGrath tried to get it. Didn't get it though. Picked off the ground by Cruz out wide for Wanderers. Wanderers from the boundary line up towards half forward. Gets over the back. It'll land on the ground. He can give a chance. Oh, they overrun the footy. Really should have been picked up by Fairhead, who had such a great game last week. Got the fumbles tonight, but the free kick has been played upfield, and it goes to Dominic Grant, just inside 50. Played on quickly. It was touched off the boot.
50 metres.
And the whistle says 50 metres. Absolutely right.
Make it a bit easier.
Yeah, didn't see what that was for. I think he must have just gone over the mark there as Dominic Grant went to kick short.
It was like Dominic Grant went in a hurry, didn't he? And
Yeah. I'm not sure the St Mary's player Jack Long was in screen there, but I'm not sure if he was the offending player or not. But nonetheless, Dominic Grant, shot on goal.
Directly out in front and gets another one for Wanderers. So they've kicked a couple of goals here, the Eagles. When they've seemed as though all was lost, they've fought back with 2 goals in a row.
Yeah, and it's all started down in their defensive half. Their back line have been okay, as we see Cruz just repelling there and getting the ball out, and a long kick in, nothing real flash about it, but just getting it in nice and quick. St Mary's defence there, making the mistakes, letting the ball get out the back, and Jack Long maybe just took the defence on there and got caught holding the football. And one of these Saints players could be Ben Rioli. No, not sure why.
No, I didn't see that one.
Don't know.
I think you have to wait till the umpire says play on, don't you, before you can move.
But it looked like the Saints, the Wanderers player was on the mark. Anyway.
Back to 21 points. It was that at quarter time. Here's Tavis Perry.
As the ball fighting in there, Marr fighting in there. Lukey Barth gets the ball away as St Mary's clear it again. Wanderers trying to get numbers behind the footy as Neil Vivi loses his feet and Mendy keeps his feet. Just drops the ball but still gets it out in time. Thompson's there to put pressure on Nicky Yarran. Nicky Yarran's got a bit of space up forward. Goes to grass and the ball trickles outside about 20 metres from St Mary's goal in the pocket.
The rain has cleared a little bit. It's one of those big storms that come through and does its business and then leaves, Brenton.
Yeah, but obviously, this TIO Stadium ground drains well, but obviously a little bit of moisture out on the turf out there still, so still expect these slippery, sloppy conditions for, I guess, the best part of the game.
Cruz trying to get the footy, VV helping him as well. Wanderers under real fearful pressure here. Got it to Bates, squeezed a kick out off the left boot, up towards his teammate up there, wasn't able to take the mark, Thomas Motlop. Handball comes out for Saints at the 50-metre line. Wanderers with numbers, hurried kick off the left boot, goes out towards the boundary line, might get there. I think it will in the end. Hard run from Coombs at the back, put in a lot of pressure on Marr and gave away the free kick. So Justin Marr, number 7 for the Eagles. So he's just backward of the wing out on the Maurice Rioli grandstand side here at TIO Stadium in Darwin. Kick along the boundary line, front position down there. Good mark taken down there by Nicky Aaron.
Been busy, Nicky Aaron. Had quite a few possessions. That's a beautiful pass there to Raf Clark, who moves it on quickly. Not his best effort, I must admit, but Nick Mendy's got a little bit of time. Gets the handball away to Mikey Coombs, who's also had a bit of the ball. Gets it on to Luke Barth. Premiership player out of Jeddah in the gaffle this year. Gets it to the top of the square. No free kick. It is a free kick to Brenton Motlop for in the back. A little bit stiff there on Jackie Musgrove. But Brenton Motlop will take the free kick. Deep in defence for Wanderers. Comes across the grandstand side. More St Mary's there than Wanderers player, but Marr does well to get it out to Bates. Bates moves it on quickly down the line. Contest there just at the back from Jackie Long. Beautiful kick there to find the master, Iggy Valagio, who goes short to Caccia, who's also racking up possessions through the midfield for St Mary's. Goes deep to a one-on-one contest, and a great spoil there by Tyler Brimacombe. Sees the ball out of bounds once more for another throw in St Mary's forward 50.
Brimacombe, just there's a little bit of Shane Thorne about him, isn't it?
Just a little bit,
long, thin player. Saints just seem to be able to always look for targets and find targets. Wanderers seem to be kicking and hoping, aren't they?
Yeah, and but for mine, Saints probably still going a bit wide. I think when you've got those targets in there, go a bit more direct. They're going too close to the boundary line, and Wanderers are able to spoil and punch it over and force a stoppage again. I think if St Mary's play a little bit more direct, it'll allow their small forwards to apply that pressure in front of goal.
Wanderers win the free kick here. Dominic Grant kicked a goal in this second term. Hasn't got much to go to. He's going to go short now and just drop it up towards the wing. And the mark taken there by Braden McLean. He had a scintillating first quarter. Not quite so much this quarter. Dominic Grant again spears it along the boundary line, knocked away and out of play from Ferreira by Jack Long. 43 plays 22 margin, 21 points at the 15-minute mark of this second term, which is exactly what it was at quarter time.
Ball in now. 70 metres out from Wanderers' goal. Raf Clark and VV again. Ferreira reads it off the pack well. Fairhead, who's been busy, gets into that man, Braden McLean. Gives him an opportunity to swing on that right foot. Chappell against Ances. Thomas Motlop at the fall of the ball. He's got the run into the play. Good effort from Benny Rioli to keep him under pressure. It's a swarm of players now down in Wanderers' forward line. And Fairhead will see the ball over the line for a boundary throw in at Wanderers forward, deep in their forward 50, just in front of the Michael Long Learning and Leadership Centre, Brenton.
It was scrambling defence there by St Mary's just to get back and stop Thomas Motlop from scoring a goal.
Wanderers have to stay in touch here. They need a goal from this foray forward. VV with a half kick, ball landed on the ground though. In went Bates for it, he couldn't get it. John Anstess tried to get the kick away, smothered back towards the boundary, the score line and over. Henrioli involved in all of that. Saints to bring it in. Wanderers advance their score by that. 7 goals, 1 Saints, 3 goals, 5 Wanderers. Kick out towards Ben Rioli in the back pocket. Handball back to Iggy Vallejo. Two of the famous names of the St Mary's Footy Club. Little dab kick around the corner to Anstess. What a great player he's been. Great servant for St Mary's. They run out of defence now. Saints along the wing on the far side of the ground. Hard run, Shannon Rioli gets around onto his right boot. 150 games today for Shannon Rioli. Kick was a good one. Measured it to Jaron Caccia in the middle. Oh, Saints have players everywhere here. Here's Luke Barth. Great player for Saints in the pass. Left foot kick. And I thought he'd kicked it to the umpire there, but he did. He looked up and saw green. Here's the handball out for Wanderers from the half-back line. Kick to the centre of the ground, finds a target in Liam Patrick. Goes further upfield, kick is okay to Marr, drop the mark. went back with a handball, sloppy handball it was too, made a task for Bates, left it behind, hard run coming out Wanderers for it. Catcher was good in the contest there, little kick off the ground from St Mary's through the centre line to Paredes, onto the right boot, spots a man inside the goal square, gives the handball out to Francis Quintari, goes back, lines up, kicks for goal. Thank you very much, Saints have got another one. Good goal, good team goal, good play.
Yeah, both sides for mine probably just overusing the hands in these conditions, and St Mary's turned it over, but coming back through the middle there, the Saints were able to turn the tables and apply the pressure and just force enough. And as we have a look at the replay here, that's the handball I'm talking about. Didn't find Bates, and then the pressure's on now. Cheeks in there, Luke Barth's in there. Catchier comes in and applies a bit of pressure. Maybe a little bit lucky to get away with the kick there, but off the ground, the percentages again. Here's Paredes, probably could have used Quintari there, but Ralph Clark clean. Quintari on the burst, and he don't miss too many of them, Frankie Quintari.
The man they call Flash from out at Whatever. Just signed at Frankston, we believe, down in the VFL. Gary Buckenham going all the way out to Port Keats to sign him up. As the ball comes back in the centre of the ground, good contest in the middle there. Davin Ferreira's getting busy for Wanderers. As Mendy, who's been a bit of a workhorse all year for St Mary's, gets the ball clear. Fumbled what he should have taken there was Sean Horder, but he gets back quickly onto Francis Quintari and does well actually there to get the ball out to Ma, who's swarmed by St Mary's players, and that will be a throw up 45 metres out from St Mary's goal.
49 plays 23.
Big hit on Simon Bates there, hurt his knee.
Throw up here. Throw up here inside 54 St Mary's. That's hard work there by Clark, and a high tackle's giving away a free kick here, and they're going to go back St Mary's and have a shot for goal. It's a pretty indiscriminate tackle on Jaden McGrath, so directly out in front. He's going to register another one for Saints.
Yeah, he's been a real class act, I reckon, tonight so far. This guy's been really, really clean with his hands. I reckon he's set up 2 or 3 goals for Saints and always looked dangerous. He's always in the contest. He always wants the footy. He's always presenting really hard. Comes in for a shot on goal, and he's just cleared Brenton Motlop on the goal line. That's another one for Saints. They extend their lead now. 32 points.
Going to make it a lot harder for the Eagles now to come back from that. But as we have a look, Ralph Clark started to impose himself. He's good in the ruck there, and I think we sort of see him get this clearance out here. Holds onto the footy, just moves it forward there. And look, McGrath, he earned himself that free kick. He attacked the line of the footy, he took clean possession, he had his head over it, and Wanderers players second to the footy, giving away the free, and McGrath just sneaking it in over the goal umpire's head.
Rick Nolan be happy. 9 individual goal kickers for St Mary's in this first half of footy.
Yeah, look, a good spread there and good team effort, but no doubt he'd love to have a key forward up there that's bagged 3 or 4 as well.
Clark beat VV that time, got the tap down. Saints won it out of the middle. Stronger bodies at the footy, St Mary's. Ball forced towards the boundary line, goes out of play. Mendy, who called the workhorse, he has worked hard for Saints throughout the year and working hard again tonight, Nicholas Mendy.
And you and I discussed before here, Charlie, how Rick Nolan would have been very happy with the conditions tonight. Their bigger-bodied mids have certainly had a big impact so far. As the ball goes up again, and there we see Shanrioli hit the contest hard. It's a great tackle by VV. Bates, who suffered a bit of a knock on his knee earlier, kicks the ball in deep with that trusty left foot. Good effort from Thomas Motlop, and well done from young Hugh McMurtry. That's a beautiful kick out to Luke Barth. Luke Barth couldn't make it, but he punches the ball down the line. Ralph Clark's been busy as well. Good effort from Thompson. I'm not sure that was 15, but he will claim it. The young man, who's actually been pretty impressive across the half-back line for Wanderers.
Kick along the boundary line, and Ralph Clark takes a strong mark. Only millimetres to spare. Clever play from him a short minute ago. The underground pass. This is a long kick along the boundary line. Saints parked underneath it, knocked to VV, caught it, tried to break his way out of the tackle, couldn't get clear. Wanderers get a half kick towards the centre of the ground. Plenty of St Mary's players there on the clean-up. Here comes Iggy Vallejo, went high with the tackle, might have given away a free kick, he did. And go to Ferreira, Davin Ferreira, looks up, sees a player loose at 50 and kicks nicely. Just got it into the hands there of Bowden McLean, who kicked a goal, chips it into the pocket. He had 2 Wanderers players there, he missed both of them, put it out in front of Robinson, who saw it safely over the boundary line out of play. So 22 minutes gone, second term, and St Mary's going about merry business here.
Free against Vallejo there for high or holding the man, whichever you like. We'll take both of them, but Wanderers there just going inside 50 from McLean. Probably needed to do a bit better. They had two players free inside 50 and couldn't complete.
Yeah, he just rushed it, I think, in the moment sort of passed as Braden McLean on the bottom of the pack there. Luke Bath all over him. Thomas Motlop fighting hard. Thought he cut one high. Not sure the umpire saw it the same. The umpire will ball the ball up again.
By Simon Walker there. I haven't seen him around the territory for a while. I don't know if he's back up here on holidays.
I haven't seen him. He hasn't done any of our games this year. Gets the ball out. Luke Bath gets the ball off the ground. Young Horder looking for deliberate. Doesn't get it. A boundary throw in, 70 metres out from Wanderers' goal.
Eagles desperate for a goal here to stay in the hunt. Got to be within sniffing distance. They're not at the moment. They're down by 32, so they're more than 5 goals behind. It was a good tap over the top by VV. Left on the ground, gathered in here for Saints. They can clear from half back up towards the wing. Wanderers in good position as the whistle goes. Might be a penalty free kick against Sean Edwards for holding on. He looks a little disappointed in the decision. Free kick was definitely there. This is the kick up towards the half-forward line. Big climb at the back, just almost a mark taken down there by Kenzie May, who was a late inclusion for Wanderers. This time a little kick got straight into the hands of a teammate. Back to the middle again. Ball left behind. Wanderers just not getting any system working at all. Bates dives after the footy. He couldn't get it. Catch here again working. He's had about 3 touches in the last couple of minutes. Here's Saints now with a kick up towards half forward. Underneath it, Joshy Heath couldn't get it. Shannon Rioli puts the ears back and runs hard at the footy. Just couldn't keep it in play. Rushed over the boundary line now to play. At the 24-minute mark, 55 plays 23.
I think you're right, Tavis. It's just the big bodies of St Mary's now that are winning the tough inside football and able just to move it quickly. And a couple of times there, Wanderers probably just need to use the ball a bit longer. And you know they're going short and turning it over in these conditions. Play the percentages, use it long. As we see another repeat inside 50 for St Mary's.
So the Mendy kick brought the half to a close. And St Mary's stretched their lead out to 9 goals 1, now to 3 goals 5. They kicked 4 goals in that quarter. They led by 21 points, have extended that lead out even further now at halftime. And they go into the break, Saints comfortable in front. 9 goals 1 to the Eagles, 3 goals 5.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south.
She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut.
No. I was at Jingly. Jingly!
If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
Did you know that somewhere in Australia a fresh keg of Carlton Draft is changed every 46 seconds? It's that fresh.
Carlton Draft, it's that fresh, baby.
Life. So full of surprises. But you don't want a headache to be one of them. Get Panadol Rapid from Chemist Warehouse. It's absorbed 2 times faster than regular Panadol tablets, so you won't miss life's special moments. Panadol Rapid. When pain is gone, life takes its place. Available at Chemist Warehouse for the lowest prices guaranteed.
Intersport, new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience. Dedicated sports zones, men's performance, lifestyle, basketball. All new women's zone from running to yoga. And Intersport Kids Zone. All ages, performance footwear and apparel. Plus the new dedicated football zone. All year for all codes. For awesome service and advice, come in and see us. The all-new Intersport concept store, Casuarina Square.
At
see. Roma, Verona?
Perhaps Barcelona.
Make your dream holiday a reality. Book your next getaway at Flight Centre with interest-free holidays and flexible repayment options.
Best in the air.
And everywhere.
Flight Centre.
TIO Stadium in Darwin is a venue for NITV's coverage of TIO Stadium in Darwin is a venue for NITV's coverage of Round 13 action from the NTFL. For most of Australia, it's summertime, but for us here in the Territory, it's footy season. Hi everyone, I'm Letitia Jeffrey. Wet conditions here tonight with a temperature of 28 degrees and 75% humidity. Now battling in these conditions will be last season's grand finalists, St Mary's and Wanderers. But with all the matchups and latest news, here's Charlie King.
Thanks, Letitia, and a big welcome to everyone. Nice to have you joining us here at the TIO Stadium in Darwin. Letitia was right, a big storm went through here, and it's still raining. The game about to get underway. Round 13 in the NTFL. Big game between St Mary's and Wanderers. And joining me in commentary, a couple of great coaches joining us here. The coach of the Palmerston Football Club, Tavis Perry, joining us, and Brenton Toy, coach of the Tiwi Bombers. Gentlemen, welcome.
G'day, Charlie. Good to be here.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Always a pleasure.
Tavis, you first. What do you think of this game?
Oh, it's a massive game for both sides, no doubt about that. I think Rick Nolan would have been very happy when he rocked up to the ground and a little bit of wetness on the field. They've got some very good, big-bodied midfielders, St Mary's. I think it'll play to their advantage tonight.
And what about you, Brendan?
Yeah, of course, Charlie. Both of these teams are NTFL powerhouses over the last decade and have featured in many a grand final, but both in unfamiliar territory at the moment. St Mary's, they're sitting in 5th spot and Wanderers in 7th, so both of those teams are really desperate for a win to try and shore up a spot in the finals.
One of the key matchups here we can just talk about, if we can, is the rucks. These are the second-string ruckers, if you like, or ruckman, if you like. VV's going to jump against Raf Clark. You don't often see that to lead the ruck here.
No, interesting matchup, but not unusual in the wet conditions. They'll obviously both play as midfielders and get a chop out throughout the match. But yeah, it'll be interesting which way that goes. I mean, they've both got quality ruckmen, obviously not playing tonight, so I'm not sure if that's a actually legitimate ploy or whether there's injuries to those key ruckmen for both sides.
and Shannon Rioli and Jossie Heath milestone matches tonight.
Yeah, terrific servants of the St Mary's Football Club, but NT football as well. Shannon, obviously, you know, playing with Territory Thunder, but 150 games gets him life membership, so not the first Rioli to get life membership at St Mary's. And little Joshy Heath, what an effort, 100 games for a fella that come in late into his career and really, you know, sort of did everything right to get himself the opportunities he's got at St Mary's.
Well, big match in front of us, so much on the line tonight. We're in the business end of the season. St Mary's up against Wanderers. It's round 13 in the NTFL. Second half underway here. St Mary's lead by 32 points after leading by 21 at quarter time. Take it down into their forward line. Neil and Liam Patrick down there, but the clean-up work came from Katchia, went out wide with it, found a target out there, dropping the mark out there with Ryan McMurray, kicked a good goal in the second term, caught in a tackle under real pressure. That was a good wrap-up tackle out there by the Eagles. They won a free kick out on that far side of the ground. Chance to bring this back in short. Linking it up now through Ma. Justin Ma. Out on the wing and thumps it inside 50. Eagles need to find some goals here in a hurry. 9 goals, 1-3-5, 10 shots to 8. Neil Vivi over the footy, left it on the ground again. Second effort from him, got Shannon Rioli, held him up in a tackle. Assistance came from Casemiro. Shannon Rioli had nowhere to go, ball up.
Yeah, just looking for Wanderers to try and get on top in some of that contested ball. St Mary's started to assert themselves towards that latter half of the second quarter. So if they can get more of this clearance work and some, some one-on-one football, Wanderers will be every chance this quarter.
As Simon Bates gets the ball away after heavy pressure from Ben Rioli, and he'll win a free kick for a sling tackle. See Thomas Motlop bring the ball back to Simon Bates. He's got a short option on if he moves it on quickly. Fumbles the ball, so he doesn't. Needs to go to the top of the square here, you'd think. That's exactly where he goes. Chappell under the ball. Good effort from Katchia. Down at ground levels, young Fairhead, who's been busy for Wanderers. And he gets pinged for holding the ball. So great tackle there from Katchia. He's been a very, very solid contributor tonight for St Mary's, no doubt about that. Keeps it nice and simple and kicks it long down the line to the contested situation. That's a great effort from Sean Edwards. Mark's not paid. Thought he actually held on to that. Cruz gets the handball out. Quick kick from Fairhead. Just goes over Dominic Grant's head as Iggy Valagio, as he does so often in his 350-game career, gets the kick away. But Neil VV takes the mark. He set up very well behind the football there. Goes short to Aaron Motlop, who turns and kick, gets it to the top of the square. One-on-one contest, and says Chappell coming from the side was Liam Patrick, the lightning bolt. Very good goal there from Wanderers, exactly what they needed to start this third term.
Exactly right, Taris Perry, just what the doctor ordered for the Wanderers Eagles, and Aaron Motlop getting the footy into his hands, and Liam Patrick getting on the end of it. As we see that marking attempt there by Sean Edwards, tried to claim it, but the ball hit the ground. What I talked about earlier, that contested ball work, Wanderers being able to get a clearance in there, Grant in front, but Vallejo not able to clear. And look, the defensive setup here from Wanderers, not allowing St Mary's to get back out. Here we go to VV, should chip over to Aaron Motlop, and Motlop will get a quick inside 50. Have a look at that, quick wheel and go. Don't give the St Mary's defence time to set up. There's Liam Patrick, competes, does his own roving, lays it across the left boot, goal.
Good goal there from the Eagles. They needed it, and they've got it. Have they started this climb back into this game? VV read it best, waited for it to come down, then got the tap, knocked it in the direction of the other ruckman, Clark. Raf Clark's kick down inside 50, goes deep. Ball lands on the ground. Eagles have to clean up. Casemiro gets there first. One way and then another. They've got him and nailed him. He's in all sorts of trouble now. He got the kick away, though, towards Yaron. Yaron left it behind. Casemiro on the clean-up. Second effort, good. McGrath gets towards it for Saints at the boundary line. Keeps it in the field of play on the outside of the right boot. Goes for goal from an impossible angle. Don't tell me he's kicked that.
That's a great goal.
Unbelievable goal. Jaden McGrath. Goodness me. Brenton Toy.
Yeah, outstanding reply there by St Mary's. The pressure was coming. There's VV, Raf Clark involved there. As a ruckman, takes them on, gets a quick clearance out. And we speak about the quick inside 50s and not giving the defence time to set up. Casemiro needed to do better there and probably just clear the area. Let Paredes apply the pressure. Yaron's involved. McGrath's circling. He applies the pressure himself there, McGrath. And if we have a look at this, maybe should have got a free kick there. Doesn't give up on it. Check side in these conditions. Crazy stuff, Jaden McGrath.
Very, very, very impressive goal from Jaden McGrath. He's been very good tonight. His second efforts are outstanding as the ball goes back up in the middle of the ground. Katchia again being a workhorse in the middle of the ground. That's a brilliant bit of play. Great centre clearance there as McMurray butters up, gets the handball away but misses Raf Clark. Raf Clark keeps the ball in front. Good fighting in there as well from Hordor. Good intensity around the contest. Young Mackenzie Mays there. Mikey Coombs gets up, just gets his kick away in front of Ma. Brenton Motlop doing a pretty good job on Jackie Musgrove as Brenton Motlop, but Paredes gets the kick away and just misses. Flying shot from Nate Paredes. Just starting to get into the game. Another big-bodied mid that St Mary's have, winning plenty of contested ball.
That goal by McGrath says that St Mary's took 2 quarters and 5 minutes to find their first multiple goal scorer. Got his second. Here's the kick out. Brenton Motlop off the left boot, thumps it outside 50. Good deep kick from him. VV in good position. Ball left behind. Hard run. Then Mikey Coombs overrun the footy. Casemiro worked hard for it. Knocked out by St Mary's again through Francis Quintari. Paredes gets it. Got clear. Wanderers with the clearing kick. Out towards the wing. Ball lands on the ground. Chance here for Jack Long. Tapped it back around the quarter. Gave it to Yaron. Yaron with the kick from a standing start. No one in particular was the target. High tackle. Should be a free kick there for McLean. Umpire says no. Play on. Another high tackle there. Well, seemingly high, but not in the opinion of the umpire. So it'll be a ball up outside 50. Saints pressing. Keeping the pressure on. 62 plays 29 when Wanderers kicked that goal and looked as though they started their fight back. St Mary's come up with a miracle goal off the boot of Jaden McGrath, and now they're full of confidence again.
They certainly are. Sort of reminiscent to the start of the game. Wanderers' intensity around the ball's good. Neil VV gets the kick away. Ben Rioli in front of Thomas Motlop. That'll be a fantastic contest. Probably could have been a push in the back, but Thomas Motlop keeps his feet, gets the quick kick away. Chappell and Anstess now. Chappell keeps his feet, does a good job, gets a kick away, soccer it off the ground, and that's a goal. It's a great goal to Chappell. Good effort from the big man. Just kept his feet, put Anstess off balance. And he's been a dangerous target tonight, all night for Wanderers.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Chappell. I think he was in a marking contest there with Jack Long, as we just have a look at Wanderers again. VV getting the clearance, just being able to move it forward. Maybe a little push there against Benny Rioli, against Thomas Motlop, but moves it in quick. And we have a look here. Chappell and Johnny Anstess, one of the best defenders in the competition over the last 10 years. Chappell just shifted him aside. Protected the drop zone, let it fall to a spot where he could still get onto it. A nice, clever little soccer to roll it around for a goal. Much needed for the Eagles.
Slowly claw another one back, the Eagles. Up, Clark went too early, and then Beebe got the tap down. Paredes tried to bust through, couldn't do it. Hard tackle on Ma. He doesn't draw a free kick, kicked off the ground by Wanderers. Out towards the edge of the square. Jack Long on the clean-up, thumps it with the left boot up to the edge of the attacking square. Casemiro gets in the way for the Eagles onto the right boot. Wobbly old kick out towards the wing. Wanderers lead in the race for the footy. They've overrun it again. A lot of overrunning the footy tonight. Kick forward here by Mendy. And a big climb at the back there by Jaden McGrath. Ball left on the ground, but the free kick's going to go to the Eagles. You get up that high, Brent, until you got to take the mark.
I wouldn't know, Charlie. Never been there before.
Celio gets the kick away. Nice kick as well to Davin Ferreira, who was a solid contributor in the first half for the Eagles. Moves it on quick to a one-on-one. Lightning bolt against Pelagio. Simon Bates overran the football. Good pick up there from the St Mary's player. Raph Clark's been busy. Dished off a lot of handballs tonight. Nicky Yaron's got time and space, but Hordor cuts him down, which is a good effort from him. Davin Ferreira jumps in on the tackle. Raph Clark's got time and space now. Free inside 50. Brenton Motlop in front of Jack Musgrove. Good effort from Brenton Motlop. Good pick up as well. Twists and turns, gets it out to Cruz. Cruz has just got to get it on the boot and move it forward. There's a little bit of argy-bargy behind play between Brenton Motlop and Josh Cheek. And the ball is spoiled over the line by Nick Mendy.
Tough ball to have to mark that one. Getting underneath that was Ferreira.
Eagles a lot more competitive this quarter, especially in that contested situation, which is what we were looking for at the break.
Here's the throw in directly down in front of us at the TIO Stadium in Darwin, round 13. And St Mary's have played in the last 4 grand finals. Ball forced towards the boundary line. Yaron, one way and then the other, did really, really well. Gave it off to Josh Shee, kicked that great goal in the first quarter. Kicks it to the top of the square. Cavalry arrives for the Eagles. They need them as well. And a free kick's been pulled out of it. I reckon it's going to be a St Mary's free kick, judging by the reaction here of the Wanderers defenders. It is. It's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, really tough free against Casemiro in conditions like tonight. It's slippery, and by default you kind of go to ground. I don't think that's what that free kick was designed for. It didn't look like he slid in. He was down at ground level, and Musgrove in effect sort of just come running through, so and his legs got taken out from him. So unfortunate for Casemiro. Jack Musgrove, half your luck. And he's got it.
Yeah, good finish there from Jackie Musgrove. As Brenton Toy lets him know about it, that he got a pretty cheap one there. But no doubt, a bit of a 50-50 call there from the umpire, and Jackie Musgrove will be happy to get that one. As we see a replay here. Great play from Josh Cheek again, just put Cruz off the ball and then created space for himself. Butted up from Nicky Yaron. Went to the top of the square again. Casemiro just dives here on the football. Deemed to have taken out the legs of Jack Musgrove. Yeah, I can see why he's a little bit upset with that one.
He's a bit harshly dealt with, isn't he?
I think it's been very harsh.
There was no slide in that one. He came straight down on top of the footy, yeah. So tough one for Casemiro, but you play the whistle.
11-2 to 5-5. VV wins another tap out of the middle. He's been dominant tonight, Neil VV. Great ruck performance from him. Saints trying to get clear with it. Hurried kick forward, front position. Yaron does it beautifully. Just didn't get the good purchase on the footy. Bates on the clean-up for Wanderers. Left it behind. Handball comes out. It was intended for Kevin Thompson. Didn't get to him. The opposite number 17 has it. Luke Barth. Kick fantastic. Puts it in the hands of Smith Thompson. Off the left boot. Runs in. Kicks it goal. Thank you very much. Saints have got another one.
Yeah, a little bit too easy there for the green and gold. Coming out of the midfield, Keenan Smith Thompson there being able to get a little bit of space on the outside. You know, that tough work on the inside. There's Yaron again, just a quick kick and didn't get much on it, but the pressure again. Wanderers players facing the wrong way. Can't clear the defensive 50. Luke Barth, quality player, kicks it in. Thompson just on the end of it, decides to play on, and easy as you like. Nice finish for a goal for the St Mary's Football Club.
Nate Paredes there and Catchier on the bench. Two big inside mids for St Mary's as Neil VV gets it out. Luke Barth wins the footy. Mikey Coombs mops up and wins the centre bounce clearance for St Mary's. Contest out here, Mackenzie Way against Shannon Rioli. Shannon Rioli kicks it off the ground, but I think that may be out of bounds on the full there. And Wanderers will get the resultant free kick out near the new portable grandstand out there. Brenton, you've been out that way, mate?
No, I wasn't fortunate enough here. I think that was there for the Rugby World Cup game here that was on a few months ago last year. So a good addition to the stadium. Doesn't get used too much.
That fifth tower out there, the lighting as well, has lit the place up, hasn't it?
Extraordinary difference, actually, as we see Flash Francis Kintari on the bench having a well-deserved break.
One of the Wanderers players has actually had to go underneath that grandstand and go and retrieve the football. So.
Yeah.
Tough gig.
It's a nice bit of Francis Kintari time here on the screen. See what it's like for a Premier League player to be on the interchange.
But every time the Eagles have started to mount a bit of a challenge, St Mary's have had all the answers. So hard to see the game going any other way. As good as Wanderers have been, St Mary's just seemed to have that response ready to go.
So the ball did stay inside the field of play. The umpire now throws it in. Saints try to get a kick away. Joshy Heath, his celebratory 100th game. Well done, Joshy Heath. Left foot kick by Wanderers. Only in the way is Michael Coombs. Cuts it off out on the wing. Spears it along the boundary line. Finds his target out there in Josh Cheek. Good earlier on, Josh Cheek. He loads up a big left foot kick inside 50. Punched away from Yaron. Knocked to ground. VV on the clean-up. Wanderers best player today, VV. He's done that quite a few times too. Left on the ground. Wanderers on the clean-up through Fairhead. Liam Patrick trying to get involved, but good work done on him by Iggy Vallejo. Gets the handball back from Ben Rioli and kicks it up to Shannon Rioli on the wing. Saints on the push forward now. Shannon Rioli's kick up inside 50. Ball left there for gathering Thompson. VV couldn't get it. Joshy Heath on the run from behind. Thomas Motlop on the ball into the centre. Kicks it up the corridor. Bouncing ball. Patrick goes to ground and cleaned up by Iggy Vallejo out there from centre half back out wide to where Keelan Fijo gets it.
Keelan Fijo now off to look like Davin Ferreira there as Johnny Anstes in front of Big Chapel gets the handball away to Ben Rioli. Ben Rioli handballs it across to Zach Robinson, who hasn't had a lot of the ball tonight. Davin Ferreira gets the resultant turnover, pumps it back into the Wanderers forward line, and Liam Patrick has taken a good contested mark. This is what we were talking about in the first half. We like seeing him get the ball in this part of the ground, not the back half, Brenton.
Yeah, that's right. They need to score, the Eagles. They've struggled to find alternative avenues to goal, and this guy, we know that he can take marks. We know that he's accurate in front, and the more times they can get the ball into his hands inside forward 50, the better off the Eagles are going to be.
As the lightning bolt, ex-Gold Coast Sun, puts it straight through the middle of the ground to breathe a little bit of life back into the contest. The score goes 6-5-41 to St Mary's 12-2-74. We were talking earlier, Brenton, about as we see the replay here, Davin Ferreira just moves the ball quick and into a dangerous spot, something that neither side has done a lot of tonight. Probably lucky to get away with that one. Liam, that's a payback for Jackie Musgroves earlier.
Yep, not too many marks inside 50, so good for the Eagles to get that. And look, not too much difference in the inside 50s, except that when St Mary's have gone forward, they've capitalised.
16 minutes gone, third term. 12-2 to 6-5. VV again, that's a thumping hit out of the middle. Reminiscent of the great Bill Wedding when he played for Norwood back in the 1960s. You guys won't know anything about that, but it doesn't matter. It's Luke Barth under pressure. And the whistle goes, and Saints have won a free kick. Neil Vevey stands on the mark, frustrated with it all. The umpire, has ears for no one. Kick to the middle. Saints with the kick, using the corridor. Straight down the middle they go. At the back, Raf Clark. Paredes runs for him, gets the handball. Paredes goes one way and then the other. Under pressure now, outside of the right boot. Kicks it to the top of the goal square. Kick off the ground for Saints. Gee, desperate work down there by Musgrove through score. So Brenton Motlop to bring it back in. 74 plays 41. Saints in front at the 17-minute mark, third term.
Brenton Motlop with that big left foot gives Neil VV a chance. Good roving front and centre by Simon Bates. Gets on the left boot. Thomas Motlop's got into the play a little bit more, being playing off the back line now. And he trickles the ball over the line with Robinson right up his tail. And you're talking earlier, Brenton, about the Eagles having a bit of a run for it, but in fairness, St Mary's do bat deep through that midfield.
Yeah, and lots of big, strong bodies. We've spoken about the conditions all night, and you'd expect that the Paredes, the Kachias, the Luke Barth, the Mendes, those guys to get on top. But Neil Vivi's doing a terrific job in the ruck for the Eagles, and Sean Edwards is playing the second stringer for Saints and not really giving much of a contest there, and just trying to play as an extra midfielder and try and win the ball at ground level.
Grant doing some good tackling there for Wanderers, holds it up. VV to jump again, and still he wins the tap. He did it good, gave it to Aaron Motlop. Aaron Motlop wasn't able to pick it up. Wanderers get the kick down towards the half-forward line. Kick off the ground, goes out of bounds on the full, and Wanderers will get the free kick directly down in front of us here. Chance for them to push it deep into their forward line. This is well outside the 50. Smith doing a good job there, retrieving the ball. She's been around for such a long time. Great medic for Sporting territory. Short kick forward, Dominic Grant. Pack underneath it. Paredes with it. Hard run there. Got to it. Long gets it. Jack Long thumps it out towards the wing and lands it right on the line. What's the boundary umpire going to say? Landed on the line, so therefore it's still in the field of play, not out of bounds on the full. 12-2 to 6-5, 18 minutes gone.
Yeah, brought up chalk that one, Charlie. Right on the line, no doubt about it, as the ball comes back into play. Neil Vivi giving his all for the Muck-Mucks tonight as Sean Edwards wins the clearance there. It's a 2-on-1. Good effort there from Dobson as Zilio Casemiro and Nicky Yaron fight for the football, but it beats them both and goes out of bounds again.
So there'll be a throw in here. Be pedantic, but if you saw a replay of that, it probably went out of bounds on the full. It might have come off Nicky Yaron's foot, I reckon. Here's the throw in. Vivi at the back, ball knocked around by Saints. Kintari a chance for that at the back, left it behind though. Pretty well. Coombs. A little bit of pushing, might have given away a free kick. He has, and Fairhead's going to get it. And now he's upset. Gee, just it's a short fuse, I reckon, Mikey Coombs, and he's given away 50 metres.
Wants a little bit more.
He does. You liked what he saw the first time around, Mikey?
Yeah.
Oh, and he isn't happy at all, Mikey Coombs. Yeah, I think he is.
The book now.
Yeah.
Thomas Motlop's baiting him too.
Yeah, he's lost it again, Mikey.
Yeah, not what you want to be seeing, I guess from a spectator point of view, but from a coaching point of view too. This, on a night like tonight where the conditions are tough enough, the amount of energy that you spend wrestling with people and pushing and shoving, I'd rather we put that into running with the football or chasing down and laying a tackle. And look, Mikey Coombs just coming off, so probably an instruction there from the coaching box of St Mary's.
Well, Brett, it was interesting too. St Mary's players got a hold of Thomas Motlop and almost carried him to the boundary line. It's a pity they didn't do that with Mikey Coombs in the first place.
Probably needed to,
We wouldn't have had all of this.
Now, I think he may have been reported twice here, and he may be off for the game, Mikey Coombs.
Yep, I think
Twice talking to him. Twice, that's what he's saying.
Twice. Yeah,
You're
off
off.
for the game. Off for the game. Yep.
Wasn't worth it, Mikey, was it?
And not replaced. Is that right, Tavis?
It's a very good question. I think in Premier League you can be replaced.
Okay.
So
They're actually, I think they're different rules in different grades as well.
So Justin Marr is going to get the free kick from directly out in front. Now, will this trigger the Eagles? He goes back and he kicks the goal, and that came from 250s and an ugly skirmish. But the end result was the Eagles get the goal.
Yeah, so they did replace him. Luke Bath's gone onto the ground now, and Mikey Coombs is headed in for an early shower, I guess.
He'll be copping an earful, I would have thought, from head coach Rick Nolan, as this is the first incident with Mikey Coombs. This gave away the free kick.
Yeah, probably after that one, he should. Someone probably should have gone to him and said, "Look, mate, come off." And Thomas Motlop knows what he's doing here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Just said a few words and then just waited for Mikey to react, which he did. And a little bit of stacks on the mill.
So 22 and a bit minutes gone, 75 plays 47. The Eagles, have they been stung into a retaliation here? Not in a physical sense, but just trying to get back into the match. Gee, read that well, didn't he? VV's rucked beautifully tonight. Got that tap forward too, gave Wanderers first chance to go forward. Long gets in the way, cut it off, back straight to VV. VV on the right boot, goes searching out wide, good looking kick. Finds Bates, Bates held up, nowhere to go. Clever work there by Mendy. Kick inside 50. What Wanderers need is another goal here, and they'll really come alive. Here's Liam Patrick trying to get clear. They've got him. He can't get out, though. Liam Patrick, ball in there, and the whistle goes, and umpire's going to come in and ball it up. Close to three-quarter time here.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie. They just need that extra goal to put them within striking distance of that last quarter. The Eagles. From where we're sitting, looks to be tough. They're going to have to kick 5 goals in a quarter when they've only kicked 7 during the last 3. But Wanderers, quality team with the ability to score quickly. Lots of talent out there, so the job ahead of them, it's still possible.
Britain, they kicked 5 goals in the last week in the last quarter to draw level with the Buffaloes, and then got beaten by a goal in the end, so they're capable of doing it. Here's the ball getting down towards their half-forward line. Aaron Motlop with the kick. High up and under. They need a big mark down there in the edge of the goal square. Whistle is called. Thomas Motlop takes off with the footy and goes in and kicks the goal. Now, if that free kick has been played to St Mary's, it could be a 50-metre penalty, but I don't think it is.
Darren Motlop. I think it was Darren Motlop for a late hit after he kicked the ball.
Yep, downfield. So Liam Patrick will be the recipient for this, and it's those names again. The last goal they scored was Motlop to Patrick, so the usual suspects getting their hands on the footy.
Now, would Rick Nolan have said anything to his team about this? Wanderers will come home strong. They do it in a season, don't they? Late in the season. They're doing it here last week, and they're doing it again here. Liam Patrick, from the slightest of angles, kicks the goal. He's got 3, all in this quarter.
Yeah, it's been a good quarter by the Eagles. They started off pretty strong. St Mary's fought back a little bit, but Wanderers, and I think it's been through the work of Neil Vivi in the middle, and he's been instrumental in their comeback here. But this guy here, Aaron Motlop, doesn't have to touch the football too many times, and drew some attention. Liam Patrick closest to the footy. Maybe Thomas Motlop could have just been paid advantage and an easy goal, but Patrick gets it nonetheless.
5 goals to 3 in this quarter. What are we reading about that for Wanderers?
Oh, nice little fight back, no doubt. Look, they're getting enough of the football. If they can keep getting it in there, they've got a real run of momentum here. They need this next goal, as Neil VV's hurt himself in that ruck contest. Hurt himself bad by the looks of it, as Shawnee Edwards butters up. But Aaron Motlop again gets his foot on the ball. Good contest here. Thomas Motlop's got a real opportunity now deep in the pocket. Benarioli puts him under pressure. Hugh McMurtry picks up clean, but Davin Ferreira is all over him as Thomas Motlop tries to reef the ball free. And it'll be a ball up 15 metres out from Wanderers' goal.
Ilvivi just clutching at his arm back in the midfield still. Not sure if he's got a bit of a stinger on the shoulder there or a bit of a dislocation, but he looks to be coming from the ground now.
Yeah, not good news for Wanderers as Davin Ferreira gets wrapped up by Zach Robinson. Gets pinged for holding the ball. Hugh McMurtry it is, brings the ball back in, but an errant kick sees it out of bounds on the full, and a free kick to Wanderers Football Club.
Big moment in the match here now, Brenton Toy. This little kick-in's got to be good. It wasn't. Gave St Mary's every chance to clean it up. Paredes get to it. Thomas Motlop did really well to take it off him from the boundary line. Thomas Motlop blazes away and kicks a point. And they'll go into the three-quarter time break with Wanderers just a little closer. I think they're within 21 points now. It was 21 points at quarter time, so they've gone back to where it was at quarter time. 21 points the margin. St Mary's in front at three-quarter time.
Isn't that the new neighbour?
Yep, pretty sure she's from down south.
She arrived last week. Just had her windscreen broken by a falling coconut.
No. I was at Jingly. Jingly!
If she was with TIO, she'd be talking to a local. Might even be from Jingly.
Am I covered for coconuts?
And it's good to know. TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance offer the option of no excess for windscreen claims.
Jingly coconut curry.
Just a moment.
A keg of Carlton Draft is changed every 46 seconds. Carlton Draft, it's that fresh, baby.
So we can feel brilliant, feel together, real together. No one can stop. No one can stop. They can never bring me down.
1,300 kilonewton centrifugal force, entering remote control.
How does he do it?
24.5 kilowatt diesel motor.
He doesn't just know how to operate every piece of Kennard's high gear we get in, but also its service details, its safety checks. I don't know.
It's as if he can hypnotise each piece.
Give me 2 passes with sauce, coffee white with 1 bun with icing, no pink icing.
Yeah, no worries, Terry.
Another life saved with the Chemist Warehouse app. Take control of your health and wellness. Download now.
Are you overrun with rubbish and need a skip bin? For easy disposal from your garden cleanup, renovation or spring clean? When you think skip bins, think NTRS. NTRS, your friendly, reliable and local waste disposal company.
about to get underway here. The challenge for Wanderers, 21 points as it was at quarter time. Can they do it, Brenton Toy?
Yeah, I think so. They showed enough in that third quarter there, and it's good to see Neil Vivi back out on the ground, because I think he was the catalyst amongst all of that sort of movement there. As we have a look at some of the replay, and we spoke about St Mary's and their toughness inside, and that's a good contest down there between Anstis and Campbell. He's been lively tonight, and a little bit of push and shove that quarter there. Mikey Coombs sent from the ground after being reported twice. Shawnee Edwards has been okay around the ground, but it's been those big bodies. It's been Nick Mendes, the Josh Cheeks, the Luke Baths, the Jack Longs down back, the Cashier. Yeah, those guys that have really, I guess, put St Mary's in. And this guy, Jaden McGrath, down full. What a goal that was there by Jaden McGrath. Second, third effort. Here's that incident we're talking about. Coombs had already been reported once. Thomas Motlop went in just to, I guess, continue on the conversation a little bit with Mikey, and Mikey taking exception and reported again and sent from the ground. Not what you need, in a game like tonight, and also too, heading into the finals where, spots are going to be up for grabs.
And the result of that, of course, is that Liam Patrick got went down and kicked a goal, didn't he?
That's right.
Yeah, seemed to change the momentum, of the game. Certainly, Wanderers finished off with all the play in their forward 50 line. It was a bit unusual from Mikey, because he's been playing really well, and they're winning the game quite well, and it wasn't a massive incident that seemed to spark him.
Well, hold on for it. Here it is, the last quarter underway. 21 points the difference. Wanderers did this last week. Can they do it again today? Saints will know they must kick an early goal here to snuff out any chances of Wanderers making a fight back. Ball left in the middle, though. Eagles a chance to get clear. No one with a clear kick out of the centre circle yet. Now Wanderers got a half kick away. Went to Braden McLean. He was terrific in the first quarter. They need another big quarter from him. Rolling ball towards the boundary line. No effective play from either team. Rolls out of play. 75 plays 54. Brenton Toy, can the Eagles win it from here?
Yeah, look, like I said, they showed enough in that third quarter to suggest that they've got enough in the tank to get there. But look, St Mary's are going to put up a typical St Mary's fight. They're going to be tough inside. They're going to scrap. They're going to make Wanderers earn every kick they get. And
this man here, Aaron Motlop, who won that clearance, he's certainly been a instigator of Wanderers' mini fight back here as Thomas Motlop. A beautiful kick here, just fell short of Davin Ferreira, but a really good pick up there from Junior Grant. Gets the handball away to Ma, who's been busy in and everything. Grant gets the kick off the ground inside the forward 50 now for Wanderers as Davin Ferreira pushes one off. Good tackle though from Benny Rioli. Probably should have been dropping the ball as Liam Patrick, the lightning bolt, comes in and wraps it up. And there'll be a ball up 40 metres out. No, they won't.
Nope. Jack Long
free kick to Jack Long. Must have got him high, I think.
He's got everything, doesn't he? Beard, the mullet.
Yeah, looks good.
He's as tough as well, isn't he? Here he comes with the kick. It's a big one too. Out towards Liam Patrick in front position. Chance at the back for Clark. Opposite number 8 got the kick away. Dominic Grant down towards the 50-metre line for the Eagles. Bounces back into the centre of the ground. Great handball across to Raf Clark. Thumps it up the centre half forward. Oh, it's a good kick. Eagles in defence. Strong stand. Take a great mark back there. That's to Dobson. So Jaron Dobson dropped the ball, was now invited to play on, and in a hurry the kick didn't quite go where he wanted it to go. Hard run here came from Francis Quintari, back with the handball, back to Raf Clark. A couple of touches for him at the top of this last quarter. Kick down towards half forward, cleaned out again by Dobson. Did it pretty well, gave it to VV. VV's handball was good to Bates. Bates caught without the footy. Umpire says play on. Bates a second chance here. Does he want a bit of it? No, he doesn't yet. Now the handball comes back off to Luke Bath onto the left boot, spears it up towards Quintari, takes the mark out on the wing for the Saints.
Good passage of play there by the Saints as Quintari moves it on. Dobson comes through again with another spoil as he kicks the ball off the ground. Good pick up from Simon Bates. Gets it on a long kick now from Wanderers. One-on-one out in front. David Ferreira does really, really well. Turns Benerioli inside out. Don't see that too often, and that's a beautiful pass to Chappell. Fantastic mark. They've been having a great duel, these two. Johnny Anstis, one of the premier defenders in this competition for a long, long time, and Chappell is putting on a pretty good display against him, Brenton Toy.
That's right, and what a terrific pass there by Davin Ferreira. Just one of those grass cutters. Didn't probably get a metre off the ground, but with to advantage, and Kyle Chappell going back for another shot on goal.
Daisy cutters, they used to call him back in Bill Wedding's day. Here's the kick from a long way out to the goal square. It looks okay. It's there. I reckon that's home. Chappell's kicked the goal. Wanderers have started the big fight back.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. I was sort of a little bit concerned, thinking if St Mary's got a goal here, it was going to be too tough for Wanderers to come back, but they repelled a couple of forward entries there by the Saints, and Dobson down back had done well to clear the footy. But have a look at this turn here by Davin Ferreira. It's not often that Benny Rioli gets turned inside out, and that pass, Cole Chappell down low, does enough to juggle, takes the mark, and his shot on goal looked a little bit laconic coming in. Maybe want him to come in with a little bit more intent and purpose, but got the job done.
Exactly. That's the closest Wanderers have been since halfway through that first quarter, I reckon.
Yep.
15 points the margin. Sorry, Tab.
No doubt, and you can see what the damage Wanderers can do on the outside with a little bit of time and space as Wanderers get the free kick here. Oh, this is a big one now. If they can get another goal from this foray forward, VV's got time, just needs to move the ball on quickly. He does the space, and that's a good mark from Hordo, who's been run hard from the back flank. He just wheels and goes, gets to the dangerous part of the ground. Good contest from the Lightning Bolt, who keeps his feet. Great effort from the Lightning Bolt, gives his fair head a little chance, but the kick's gone across face and out of bounds on the full. They really needed to capitalise on that foray forward.
That's the difference with the entry, but they went to a spot that was dangerous and they gave their small forwards a chance to mop it up, and I think if they can do that more often, they're going to give themselves every chance to score and get themselves in front in this game, the Eagles.
Jack Long with a kick. Gee, it's a good one too. Bounces off the chest there, though, of Kachia, and out of play. Kick was a beauty.
It was a beauty.
Just
well, it's a beautiful kick. He's renowned for that, isn't he?
The kick. Throw in at the 50. Eagles still have it where they want it. Early stages of the last term, margin down to 15 points. VV gets there with the backhanded knockdown. Up and under kick here by Jack Long. That's not going to go anywhere near the required distance. Knocked on the ground. Yaron front position, comes off his knees and goes out of play.
Full.
Boundary umpire ruled.
Yep, I think they've paid on the full there. Just come off Nick Yaron. Seen him slide over. He has a little go at it.
Oh, jeez.
Bit off
from this angle.
Is it under the knee that counts?
Yeah, it does. But we've seen slips catches, we've seen butt balls.
Well, that would have been LBW, that one, that's for sure.
Yeah. The beauty of the third man as the ball comes back in. Nicky Yaron, good pick-up. Let's have a bit of play. One-on-one contest here. Good effort from Brenton Motlop. He's worn Jack Musgrove like a glove, even though Musgrove has got away and kicked a couple of goals himself.
You can just feel this is the moment in the game, isn't it? The next 5 minutes will determine this game, I reckon. If Saints kick another goal, might just take the wind out of the Eagles' sails. 15 points the difference, 6 minutes gone. I know we're calling it early, if we call it, with still a lot of time left in the match, but Aaron Motlop picks it up. Wanderers, however, if they kick a goal, and they might if they play footy like this. Liam Patrick has it outside 50. Oh, he's gone a long way across the face of goal and finds Ferreira there. Gee, it was good in the end, wasn't it? Found Ferreira directly out in front. So take a very good kick from him.
Yeah, well, this is the kick. This is the moment. Charlie, they really need to nail this through Davin Ferreira. He's capable of kicking this goal. Just to give him that bit of belief.
Neil Vivi there, talking to his teammates.
And Neil Vivi's been the real instigator. Him and Aaron Motlop for mine, just starting to win lots of contested ball in traffic and winning clearances, giving their forwards an opportunity.
It's a good comeback here by the Eagles. Davin Ferreira coming in on his approach. Been around for a while, had a bit of a go at the SANFL. Looks like he's just squeezed that in, and this is a big goal for the Eagles. It brings them back to within 9 points, so back to within 2 kicks.
It's game
two
on
straight
now,
kicks,
Brenton.
yeah, and look, and we know Wanderers, they're a confidence team. They can score quickly, but you know, a few sort of, I guess, warning signs there for St Mary's. They'd want to get their act together, but look, it's those guys again. Who are we talking about? Aaron Motlop, back to Liam Patrick, into Davin Ferreira.
Yep.
Almost every goal we've spoken about, those guys have been involved in it. So terrific work by the Eagles to claw their way back in. A good mark and a good finish there by Dav Ferreira.
And you can't help but think that Mocky Coombs incident's really sparked a bit of a revival here from Wanderers. They've had all the play pretty much since that moment.
Yep. And they're a rotation down now, St Mary's, so it doesn't help.
9 points the difference, 8 minutes gone last term. Again, Raf Clark went early and Beavy read it best and got there to get the tap down, but Saints win the kick out of the middle, down towards their forward line. Ball left on the ground here. Wanderers defence under real pressure. Little kick now to get it outside the 50 was pretty good chance here for Yaron. Had a little look over his shoulder, pushed it out in front of him here in the pink boots. Whistle's gone. Free kick's going to go to him. Yaron has the free kick. He's a long way out from goals though. He can't kick it from there, but he can certainly put it in a really dangerous position. Angle is tough as well. It has dried up a bit here. Early rain. That's a poor kick though. Goes skidding across the turf. Down towards the 50-metre line. Eagles try to kick it off the ground and get clear with it. Handball was only as far as Shannon Rioli. Wins it. Off the left boot he goes. Curls it around to centre half forward. In the way there, VV done pretty well. Kicked it to the circle in the middle. Punch from the back for St Mary's. Lands in the hands of a player there who can get it down towards the half forward line. Mark taken down there by Ralph Clark. Gets to 50. Kicks it inside 50. Tried to hit it to a target. Didn't get there. He got another chance to Ralph Clark. Couldn't keep the ball in the field of play and it went out of play. Terrific couple of possessions there for Ralph Clark.
Yeah, great work there by Ralph Clark. Neil VV getting kicks, you know, sort of sitting back spare, but I'm not sure how Ralph Clark finds himself uncontested, you know, around the forward 50 there. So a little bit of accountability work there to do for the Eagles.
He had mountains of time and space as the ball comes back in, and Neil VV, that man again, Nate Paredes, who's just dropped off a little bit over the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. Ball trickles off over the line again for another throw-in. It's been a multitude of throw-ins this evening, as you'd expect in these conditions.
You sort of wonder about those guys that have dropped off. Cashier, Cheek, Paredes, you expecting them just to inject themselves again soon?
No doubt they bat very, very deep. There's no doubt about that, but at the moment the Wanderers do have a good little passage of play where they're up and about and got a bit of momentum.
Braden McLean, another one. They need him to really fire in this last quarter. His first quarter, terrific.
Simon Bates, another who can inject himself into this game for Wanderers. Been a great player for a long time. The ball goes up, VV gets it down. Horder has been good, been working hard. Fairhead's been around the contest as well. Good tackle from Nick Mendy. He's been in everything tonight.
There's almost 34 players forward of centre.
Yes, there's only two, isn't there, at the other end of the ground, standing on their lonesome.
Good luck trying to get it out.
Here's a chance. Thomas Motlop kicks it to the vacant
big contest
centre,
here.
and running after it, Iggy Vallejo. Right on him is Liam Patrick. He did pretty well, though, to give his teammate every chance to get it. Iggy Vallejo, kick upfield, big punch from the back. Got very, very high down there for Wanderers, but the ball was knocked to ground. Finishes up with Jack Long, gets on his left boot, curls it around. Underneath it is Kintari. Handball back now. Gave a chance here for Saints to take it inside 50. Front position, knocked to ground. Wanderers on the clean up. Short little kick. Catchier trying to get to it. Kick goes forward here for St Mary's by Smith-Thompson and marked inside 50. And another short little kick was pretty good. Gave it off there to Sean Edwards. They just played that pretty well, St Mary's, I reckon.
Yeah, just a few efforts there. You know, a minute ago, young Daniel Fuller just, you know, overran the footy in the marking contest and took himself away for it and wasn't able to influence anything really, and allowed St Mary's an extra number at the ball, worked it around, got it outside 50, and Sean Edwards did this last week, found himself inside 50 uncontested for a couple of shots on goal.
Going to take a good kick from him. He's inside 50 now, lines up and kicks right to the goal line. Did a hand get on it? I don't think so. They came out too far, Wanderers, from the goal line to touch that one, and it got across behind them and went through for a goal. Good goal for Saints, and they extend their lead.
Yeah, I think the coaches in the box of St Mary's would have breathed a sigh of relief there with that football going over, because Wanderers were just building and building, and they were coming at St Mary's. So much needed goal for the green and gold, and you know, as we see McMurray again, and there's Edwards just uncontested. Not sure, you know, how you let that happen, and again that accountability issue there for the Eagles.
Travis Tambling there had to go on the mark, youngster for the Eagles.
As the ball goes up now, momentum gone back with St Mary's. VV gets it down to Junior Grant, who gets a beautiful kick away. And that's, I think it's been paid a mark.
yeah, he's paid the free against Vallejo for wrapping the arms around. So it was either going to be a mark or a free kick there to Liam Patrick. So, and again, he's been the spark up forward that the Eagles have needed. But what they really need to do is get some consecutive goals and really stop St Mary's from going forward again.
No doubt of being passage of play, and this guy has been a match winner for a number of years for Wanderers.
Ian Chappell have 3 goals apiece.
Take a brilliant kick from here, though, from the large Manu lightning bolt. What can he do? He comes in, got good purchase on it, but hooked it badly. Yeah, he'll be disappointed in that effort, no doubt.
A little too close to the man on the mark. That's what happens, isn't it? You're trying to strive for that extra metre that you know will get you the goal. Ben Rioli to bring it back into play. 14 minutes gone. 13-3 plays 10-7. St Mary's in front. Kick out towards that far side of the ground. Wanderers with numbers out there. Handball comes back through McLean. Kicks to the 50-metre line. Patrick at the back. Gathered in by Iggy Vallejo. Handball was pretty good. Kick along the wing. Down to Shannon Rioli. One way and then the other. And then goes back the other way as well. Shannon Rioli. 150 glorious games for him for St Mary's. Ball knocked towards the boundary line. Handball was pretty good, and a good tackle too. Ball goes to ground, gathered in out there by Travis Tambling. His kick up towards Shannon Rioli, though, for St Mary's out there. Aaron Motlop coming in with the tackle late and holds it up on the wing. 81 plays 67, almost 15 minutes gone, final term.
And interestingly, Wanderers now had more scoring shots than St Mary's, but they still find themselves behind on the scoreboard. As the ball goes up, good effort from Shawnee Edwards to win the tap down there. Josh Cheek fights hard at ground level and wins the stoppage. A really important contest won there by Josh Cheek. Good spoil from Horder. Travis Tambling picks up the loose ball deep in defence for Wanderers, and a nice kick out to Horder. He's got a little bit of time and space. Wheels onto the left boot, goes long down the line on the scoreboard side and finds that man again. Liam Patrick, the lightning bolt, really lifted his intensity over the last half of football. Thomas Motlop caught behind in that contest. Good effort from Hugh McMurtry, and Thomas Motlop hits it over for another throw-in for the Wanderers.
Yeah, again, just the percentages, I think, going to be the key for St Mary's. If they can win the clearance, either, play it long and wide and just play some stop-start footing until they can get the ball down the other end of the ground.
Paredes and Josh Heath waiting to come on for St Mary's. 81 plays 67. Here's the throw-in at the 50-metre line for the Eagles. Good tap away by VV. Knocked it, got about 10 metres on it. Thomas Motlop's handball was pretty good. Linked it up there with Braden McLean. Thomas Motlop again gave the handball away. Wanderers with a shot from out along the boundary line.
He's kicked
Don't
it.
tell me that's a goal.
He's kicked it.
Is that fair head?
Fair head again.
That was a great goal, and it was just terrific work by the Wanderers players to keep the ball alive there. They could have turned, and gone over the boundary or forced a stoppage, but they just willed it. And it starts again with VV. Look at that tap, just to advantage out the top, and St Mary's fumbling, don't pick it up. Thomas Motlop, one grab, quick hands there, and another quick handball by the Eagles. There's Grant. Back to Motlop, back to Fairhead, and equivalent to Jaden McGrath's effort earlier, that check side from the Wanderers' pocket. Terrific effort by the Eagles.
We've seen some great goals tonight. Obviously that one to McGrath you mentioned, but Chappell's soccer off the ground as well was a fantastic goal, and some really high quality set shots as the umpire balls it up in the centre of the ground. VVV Edwards. Paredes wins the centre bounce clearance. Important contest here. Good effort, gets it out to Lukey Bath on his non-preferred side, but kicks it out in front nicely and finds Raph Clark. That was a beautiful kick from Luke Bath. Raph Clark in front of Dobson there.
Yeah, just the answer again, the quick reply, St Mary's, and whether Raph Clark's, kicks a goal here or not, what it's going to do is milk a bit of time off the clock, and if he misses, the ball will be down St Mary's end. So it's going to take a bit of work for the Eagles to get back into this one.
They need to kick a couple of unanswered ones, don't they, Wanderers? But Saints have been equal to it all night. Here's Raph Clark coming in. A tight angle, and then misses it out to the left and comes up with a minor score. So 82 plays 73, 13-4 plays 11-7. St Mary's in front, 18 minutes gone.
Roll the dice straight up the middle.
Tambling waits. If this comes to ground, it'll go to him. nearly got to him. He's in second position for it. He almost got to it that time as well. Desperate work there, Dobson. Dobson again working hard. Some real pressure on the player down there in Yarran. Kick towards the goal line again through for a minor score. So Saints get another one.
Aaron Motlop working hard towards the scoreboard here. That's where Braden McLean heads. Aaron Motlop been fantastic in the second half here for Wanderers. Gets the kick down the line. An important one-on-one contest here. Thomas Motlop behind. And Sean Edwards used a bit of experience there to get the ball over the line. We'll have a throw in.
Well, Thomas had him corralled anyway, didn't he?
Yeah, it was not a bad result there for the Eagles because St Mary's had 4 people covering all of that space out there, and Thomas Motlop was the only one-for-one that they could have gone to. So I dare say that they'll take this clearance here and hope that VV can get his hands on it and get the ball moving forward.
19 minutes gone. VV to jump here against Edwards. Now the kick back from St Mary's up towards the wing, and a good mark taken out there by Bath, I think it is, Luke Bath.
VV's getting his hands on the footy, but they're just not winning the clearances. Maybe, you know, Saints have clued onto that, and Wanderers aren't really taking full advantage of a ruckman getting first use.
Raph Clark in front position. It's knocked away to the boundary line and out of play. Eaten up another 37 seconds.
Yeah, just chewing up the clock there, and as time ticks on, it's going to be much harder here for the Eagles to come back. It's only a 10-point margin, 2 kicks.
They've certainly got the talent to do it, and the impetus in the centre of the ground through Neil VV. Up he goes again, wins another tap. Paredes down there against Braden McLean. Paredes wins the ball, but it trickles over in front of him again.
Saints have done well here in the last 7 or 8 minutes to just shut this game down, haven't they?
Yep. Yeah, they'll just run the clock down, and if they get another goal, well, then that's, you know, almost a nail in the coffin for the Eagles. So they'd want to score here in the next minute or so, Wanderers.
As Paredes wins that clearance away. Cruz with the spoil. Sean Edwards, good bit of play there as he kicks it forward. Good spoil from Brent Mollop. He's been one of the best players for Wanderers tonight, as Simon Bates has got time and space. Really important contest here, really important kick. Jack Long spoiled it away from Thomas Motlop. The race is on now. Iggy Valagio. Bates came in front of him but didn't win.
Bates sliding in.
But his play, that's extraordinary.
And 50?
And a 50. Wowee.
Wow.
Big moment in the game here. Simon Bates going to have a shot on goal around 30-35 metres out for Wanderers.
Travis Tambling needs to calm down because he's been involved with Nick Yarran for the last 2 or 3 minutes. He probably should have headed to the next contest, but he was too busy wrestling in the middle. I think a young player at this stage of the game, get your head straight, mate, and focus on it because you're still a chance to take this one home.
So Bates were directly behind him. Been a fair performance from him tonight. This kick, 45-degree angle. He'll kick from 45 metres. He need not get too close to the man on the mark. He can get the distance. He bangs away right to the goal line. Good defensive work, Saints. They knock it away. Wanderers get onto the loose ball there. The handball was okay. Saints can't get clear. Plenty of Wanderers players get to it. Bates was another chance. Here's Tambling under pressure. They nail him and put him to ground. Great work out of defence for St Mary's to the centre of the ground. Knocked down to the ground towards player down there in Heath. Kick up towards the half-forward line. Hard work in defence there, Dobson. Tried to get it out wide. He did now with the kick out towards the wing. Wanderers a chance here if they can get to it. They can't. It rolls out of play. And we go past 22 minutes. You just get the feeling the Bates goal was the big one.
Yeah, they really needed to score there in that last entry there. Dobson's done well and cleared the footy, but it's out on the wing now in a position that's not real dangerous, and Saints will be happy just to play stop-start and go again.
Raph Clark and VV in the ruck. Good effort from Luke Bath to draw the free kick there. Really important clearance by St Mary's. Can't help but feel that Bates miss from the set shot was a key moment in the outcome of this game. Luke Bath, plenty of experience. Had a lot of footy for Thunder. Premiership player for St Mary's. Best and fairest winner for St Mary's. Kicks the ball long down the line. Huge contest of players down there. Raph Clark was the first to get his hands onto it. Joshy Heath, 100-game player, gets it up, but the ball trickles out of bounds in front of him and Zelio Casemiro. As we see Catchier there on the bench. Jaden McGrath as well, number 2. And patches of brilliance tonight. Jaden McGrath including a very freakish goal.
So here's the throw in now, down towards the 50-metre line for St Mary's. Margin 10 points, time ticking.
There it is.
And the siren brings it to an end, and St Mary's have deserved to win tonight, but Wanderers put up an almighty fight, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They come back well through that third quarter. They had more inside 50s than St Mary's. They kicked 5 goals to 3. They really fought out the last quarter. They come back. They got to within, I think, 9 points at some stage, and really just had their chances. And we mentioned Simon Bates having a shot on goal and not being able to convert. A few of their better players, went missing throughout the game, but a really tough, energy-sapping game tonight for both teams. But for mine, it was the bigger, stronger bodies, throughout the course of the 4 quarters. The Josh Cheeks, the Mendes, the Luke Bath, the Catchiers, Jaden McGrath up forward. All of those mature, experienced bodies. Sean Edwards was another one that was pretty good. So St Mary's really good to get a win for their milestone men. Joshy Heath for his 100th game and Shannon Rioli for his 150th. Congratulations on life membership.
Brendan, thanks for that. Nice to be working with you, and Tavis Perry as well. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of this match. We leave you with St Mary's getting the points here. In the end, they got home by 10 points in a tough encounter against Wanderers. Big win for the Saints tonight.
Great win to St Mary's Football Club. Make sure you join us next week when Nightcliff Tigers take on Southern Districts. But for now, on behalf of Charlie King and our NITV team here at TIO Stadium, it's goodbye from Darwin.